Major funding for this Read 180 workshop is provided by the National Science Foundation, America's investment in the future.
Intel Corporation is a proud supporter of PBS. The Intel Innovation in Education Initiative provides teachers with the resources to inspire their students and encourage them to unlock their potential.
At Jif Peanut Butter, we know just how choosy you are when it comes to your family, including the shows you value most. Public television encourages kids' curiosity and love of learning, and Jif is proud to support Cyberchase on behalf of all choosy moms and dads.
And by a ready-to-learn television cooperative agreement from the U.S. Department of Education through the Public Broadcasting Service.
And by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. This program was also made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to Workshop 6, Poe, the Master of Horror. Do you enjoy a good scare? Well, no one can make you tremble with fear quite the way Edgar Allan Poe can. Poe is an American writer who lived from 1809 to 1849. He didn't invent the horror story, but he perfected it.
Millions of people the world over in every walk of life have thrilled to the stirring stories from the pen of Edgar Allan Poe.
Over the next few weeks, you'll get your chance to thrill to Poe's work. Do you like haunted houses? You might want to sleep with the lights on after you read The Fall of the House of Usher. If you've never really been in a real haunted house, this poem will put you in one without you having to leave your seat. The video story will take you on a tour from Little Red Riding Hood. Yes, you heard right. To Chucky, the killer doll.
Sorry, Jack. Chucky's back.
And we'll learn quite a lot about what made Poe so horrifying. Read with your eyes wide open. Reading 1, The Fall of the House of Usher, based on the story by Edgar Allan Poe. The mysterious Roderick Usher lives in an ancient mansion, the House of Usher. The place is surrounded by a moat to keep people out or in. And it's got a vault full of caskets containing Usher's dead relatives. As the tale progresses, Usher's sister Madeline dies too. Or does she? Read if you dare. Reading 2, The Haunted House. Edgar Allan Poe isn't the only writer who liked to write about creepy old mansions. In this excerpt from Jack Prelutsky's poem, The Haunted House, the famous poet presents his chilling vision of a haunted castle filled with ghosts. Or as Jack calls them, phantoms, furies, visions, spirits, and specters who make horrible sounds like whining, wailing, and caterwauling. Poetry reading from The Haunted House by Jack Prelutsky.
On a hilltop, bleak and bare, looms the castle of despair. Only phantoms linger there within its dismal walls. Through the dark they're creeping, crawling, frenzied furies battling, brawling, sprawling, calling, caterwauling through the dusky halls. Filmy visions ever flocking, dart through chambers, crudely mocking, rudely rapping, tapping, knocking on the crumbling doors. Tortured spirits whine and wail, they grope and grasp, they wildly flail, their hollow voices rasp and rail beneath the moldering floors. In the corners, eyes are gleaming, everywhere are nightmares streaming, diabolic horrors screaming in the sombrous air. So shun this place where specters soar. It's you, and you they're waiting for, to haunt your souls forevermore in their castle of despair.
Edgar Allan Poe may be America's first master of horror, but he certainly wasn't the last. Whether it's Dracula or Frankenstein, werewolves or zombies or monsters, everyone's seen at least one scary movie.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
The fear factor.
Before there were horror movies, there were horror stories. From fables to folk tales to monster myths, people have been telling horror stories for a long time. In fact, most horror movies are based on old books and stories. Edgar Allan Poe's horror tales have inspired dozens of movies, like this one, House of Usher. What makes a horror story so scary? It takes our worst fears and makes them come to life.
Sorry, Jack. Chucky's back.
As our fears have changed over time, so have tales of horror. Remember Little Red Riding Hood? Well, back when that story was first told, people really did worry about being eaten by wolves in the forest. In Edgar Allan Poe's time, people were afraid of many deadly diseases. Poe feared them too, with good reason. Almost everyone he loved died of tuberculosis, a contagious disease marked by a hideous cough. Poe was obsessed with death, and it showed in his stories. He also wrote about other common fears of his time, like the fear of being buried alive.
I'm alive. Can't you hear me? I'm alive, alive, alive.
Talk about a fear factor. So what do we worry about today? Sometimes we fear that ordinary things like planes, cars, toys, and robots will go haywire.
No, you're dead. He killed you.
Wrong again, wimp.
So why do people actually pay to get scared half to death? Maybe because it feels safe in that movie theater, and not so safe in a dark hallway, or a spooky cemetery, or alone in the night, where someone in the shadows may be watching you. Horror masters like Edgar Allan Poe didn't invent all those creepy images, but they know how to use them to make our fears come alive.
Hi, I'm Chucky.
Wow, he's something, isn't he?